will take on Brandon Hatchett of Lehigh, the senior and a two-time All-American who finished 7th last year in the NCAA championships. Owen match against David Taylor this year. Off we go in the 165s.
Nice ankle pick there by Taylor.
And already 2 points for David Taylor, who has dominated his way throughout this tournament so far. He's pinned every one of his opponents.
He has. He's pinned every one of his opponents, and the last wrestler to pin all of their opponents was 1980 Howard Harris from Oregon State in heavyweight. And all he did was pin Bruce Baumgartner in the finals. Baumgartner went ahead to become the most decorated heavyweight in USA international history. Howard Harris, Oregon State, pinned his way through this tournament 32 years ago. No one's done it since.
Escape point awarded to Hatchett, 2-1, 45 seconds in, and Taylor already going for another takedown.
Keep the legs clean. Let's work here.
Hatchett did give Taylor his closest match of the season, 8-5.
Good hold. Good hold.
And that tells you a little bit more about the dominance of David Taylor.
Good hold. 2 red.
2 more for the 31-0 redshirt sophomore from St. Paris, Ohio.
So it's a great shot by Taylor, getting that low ankle, coming underneath through that waterfall position, turning over, controlling the hips of Hatchett, getting his 2 points.
We're out of bounds, gentlemen. Let's get a new start.
Lead official for this match, Mike Haggerty from Blue Springs, Missouri.
2 sets, locked down on both of them. Ready, set, red on. Set.
It's interesting, Taylor doesn't think of himself as a pinner. He's a dominant wrestler, wins a lot by technical fall, but he just is in a zone in this tournament. He says, I'm feeling things I haven't felt before. I just happen to have it going for me right now.
Same way, gentlemen. Green down. Ready, set. We're going touch optional here. We're going to touch optional. Ready, set, set. 1 neutral.
And Taylor will give up the escape point to Hatchett, 4-2.
Taylor here chooses to go optional start instead of trying to ride Hatchett out. He's already done a great job this far of getting those low ankle shots. 2 takedowns, another takedown right here. Taylor's really controlling the match from his feet.
Already 3 takedowns in 2 minutes for David Taylor. Loves to be on his feet, and he's proven it so far in this opening period. Taylor's really bounced back, Anthony. You talked about it, coming back from that one loss in his career, and it really ate at him last year, and I think he's rededicated himself. Seems like it, and obviously an undefeated year.
He definitely came back stronger because of that loss, and I think it just showed him a lot about himself, and just maybe putting too much pressure on himself wrestling underneath these lights. So he's already gotten that loss out of the way. That's something every wrestler fears. He's getting to the national finals and losing. He's already done that, so it's out of the way. It's not in his head anymore. Now it's just time to move on.
Taylor gives a lot of credit to his coach, Cale Sanderson, not for coaching as much as being a big brother-like mentor and letting him know, hey, life throws curves, and let's get after it. And he said, and it really helped him when Cale was working out for the world team, because he said, that made my summer a lot tougher. I gained a lot.
Come on.
And that begs the question on whether Cale Sanderson is going to go for the Olympics, and we'll find out in a few weeks. April 21st and 22nd, Iowa City, the Olympic trials. Everybody's wondering, will Cale be there?
Red says down.
And look at Kathy Taylor, David's mother, his father sitting behind
Green.
Kathy as well. I think she notices her image on the big screen here in St. Louis as Taylor starts on bottom to open up the second. Over 2 minutes of riding time in that first period for David Taylor. So Hatchett trying to cut into it. And a very impressive 2-point reversal for David Taylor.
Clean it up on the back.
So that was a nice job of Taylor. We saw Hatchett try to put in the leg at Taylor. Immediately went for that heel, ripped it out, and sunk underneath Hatchett's hips to grab the other leg. That's what gave him that reversal, was not waiting and not allowing Hatchett to sink that leg in and pressure Taylor down to the mat.
Good wrist control from David Taylor here as well against Hatchett.
Now we're out. Same way.
He's over. You see Taylor popping out that heel, going over for the other leg, keeping steady here, shaking the hips of Hatchett off of him, and reaching all the way over to finish with the reversal.
Ready. Let him get in. Set. Set.
Taylor more confident on his feet, gives up the 1 point for the escape, but a very comfortable cushion right now for David Taylor. Two more points for David Taylor. Another takedown.
Worked one side, cast over the leg, got control for two.
I mean, this is one of the more dominant
45.
showings I think we've seen at an NCAA tournament the last couple of years.
1, 2.
Back points.
And driving the half.
2, red.
9-point advantage for Taylor. A couple of more back points to add to the cushion.
Certainly headed towards a tech fall, if not a pin. And that's, he gets out in front by 15 points. They will stop the match, just like a TKO in a boxing match. If he gets a 15-point margin, the match is over.
And out.
Taylor dominating with 9 seconds remaining in the second period. If he scores
Green
6
down.
more points without Hatchett scoring, that'll be a technical fall and close this
Lock
one
in
out
for
in
me,
dominant
Green.
fashion.
Short time, 9 seconds. Ready? Tight. Set. Red on. Set.
Over 3 minutes of riding time for David Taylor. Out of the 5 minutes we have wrestled.
Break. Green.
First round of the NCAA Division I Women's Basketball Championship continues on
Neutral.
ESPN2 Sunday, 2:30 Eastern. Regional coverage begins. Baylor and Notre Dame in action tomorrow. Check your local listings for your team at your time. Well, Hatchett chooses neutral because he's got to make up some ground right now. Looking for some quick points, but
Clean
David
up.
Taylor
Still there.
is up
Still
by
there.
11.
1 neutral.
Give up the escape point, still a 10-point lead.
2.
Two more for David Taylor. It's been a
Touch
nice
optional
run
again.
for Brandon Hatchett.
Set.
Pat Santoro
Set.
in the corner, the Lehigh coach.
1 neutral.
Only 4-time All-American for Pitt. He was a 2-time champ. Done a
Two
nice
red.
job at Lehigh.
1 neutral.
Not much you can say when you're wrestling David Taylor and he's in a zone like
2
this.
red.
Another takedown for David Taylor. He's
1
1
neutral.
point away, now 2 points away after he gives it up. A takedown will do it for David
Two
Taylor.
red.
He's
Tech
got
fall.
it.
Tech
Technical
fall.
fall.
Tech fall.
David Taylor, your national champion in 165. He closes out at 32-0.
We're gonna turn.